Hello and welcome everybody to another operator overview. We're going to be going over Montagne, or better known as Monty, most people call him. His ability is an extendable shield. He is one of the other three, well I guess we count Fuse, three shield operators. You could choose, a shield with you, or recruit shield for that matter. So his specific shield ability, however, is that he can then extend his shield out. So as you can see here, he has these little plates on the inside and you put it out and then you click a button and it'll extend the shield out and he basically becomes unhittable from the front. From the sides you have to kind of turn to get to him. I mean, honestly, the best way to kill him is from behind, or C4 over the top of the edge of the shield, and you'll see more when we go into the custom game and the actual game to kind of see what it looks like. He is a difficulty 3, a speed 1, and an armor 3. So he is a low tier speed operator, but high armor and high difficulty. I can understand the high difficulty because basically you have to really know what you're doing to play with him, because otherwise people are just going to pick you off. They're just going to, shoot you in the back. They're going to run around you. You got to know when to put the shield up, when to put it down, when to engage in a fight, and when to back off. As you can see, I'm using his Christmas skin, his full Christmas skin from one of the events over the years. So I do kind of understand the difficulty 3. And you'll kind of see what he looks like in a game. He's one of the more popular shield operators. So from there we can go into his loadout, which there's, his shield. As you can see, it's fully extended here. So it completely protects the sides, and it completely protects the top up here as well. And his feet, you can't shoot his feet either. He has a P9 pistol and a revolver, similar to, Twitch and Doc that we just went over. He has flashbangs or stun grenades, and he has smoke grenades. I run the stun grenades because it's nice if you're, in a tight spot to throw those and kind of get away. You can use a charm on him as well. That's like really the only thing. You can have weapon skins on his shield, which honestly are like, this one is actually pretty cool. And so from there, we can go to his uniforms, and like I'm seeing the Little Helper Holiday 2019 skin here, but he has a few other ones. And he has a white noise one as well. I just run this one just because it's, it's an exclusive holiday one. You can only get it during the holiday. And his headgear here, the same. He has quite a few actually cool headgears. And what I like about, well, I mean, he really only has one similar to Doc. I was going to say, I talked about how Doc really didn't have, they had the face shield, which kind of blocks most of the rest of the cool skin. So it looks like he only really has one for that. So from here, we can go out to a custom game. I can show you his ability, and then after that, you can see him in an actual game, so you kind of get a more understanding of what he can do. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. So here we are in a custom game. As you can see, I have the shield out. You can actually put the shield all the way away, and you can just have your pistol out. You're still, pretty slow, and it really doesn't offer too much, of an advantage to do, but you can do it just in case you really are trying to get to a location and you don't want to have to, deal with this whole shield situation here. So basically, you have his shield before it is engaged, and then you have his shield after it is engaged. And you can kind of see he has the protection on the outside as it goes up and down. But when you have it extended, you can't swing or shoot. Whereas if you have it down, you can shoot. I mean, there's really only hip fire unless you want to take away. As you can see, he puts the shield down, and then you can actually aim to shoot, but it's awfully dangerous because then you're just like a sitting duck basically. So you can put his shield up. Most of the people that get kills with Montagne will get kills with Montagne because they melee more so than because they shoot. And you want to crouch because it protects your feet. So if you're standing, they can still shoot you in the feet, unless of course you are engaged in your shield form. But you can see right here, he's extremely good, and what he's best at is controlling the objectives. So if the bomb area was here and my teammates, they were coming in, I could shield up, and if someone was shooting me from this doorway or that doorway, I could protect them while they plant the charge, and then I'll just hold the area here. And another good thing is if that was like castle barricaded, this door was castle barricaded, and they didn't want to break it, I can completely block this door and no one can do anything about it. Because when I have the shield all the way open, no one can melee me and knock the shield away, or at least not as easily. So you basically just hang out in the spot. They'll try to, push you to get in. They'll, try to shoot you. But in the end, you'll be able to block this and the diffuser will just, you know, keep going off without any problems. So yeah, it's, I mean, super inaccurate to fire his gun without aiming. As you can see, I was shooting in the same spot, and not a single bullet actually hit where the dot was. So yeah, it's all over the place. It's very random if you're gonna get a hit. You know, if you're trying to, you know, get a shot on somebody, that's not gonna be the right, really. I mean, they're a little bit closer if you crouch, but you have to aim. But if you do that, unfortunately, then you just expose, you know, your head and everything else. So, you know, it's best to, like I said earlier, a lot of people that get killed with Montagne is because they, you know, they'll be in their shield mode. Someone will be running. They, you know, don't pay too much attention to you because you're just sitting there blocking the door. You come out and you know, you hit them, you melee them, and then you kill them. So that's usually how people get killed with Montagne. From here, we can go to the game with him. You can kind of see what he looks like in a real-world experience. So see you in the next video.
Biohazard container location unknown. Find the biohazard container.
Wow.
You have found the biohazard container. Proceed to its location.
Interesting. He's just angry. Jesus Christ. Trying to get me shield, boy.
Carefully.
Charge deployed. Devices going dark.
Pulse is on me. Down this hallway. He just went back inside the room. Alright, back inside the room to the left. So in closing, Montagne is a very specific operator. I personally am not the largest fan of shield operators because I feel like I'm really disconnected from the rest of the match. I mean, they're extremely good for support, don't get me wrong, and plenty of matches have been won because there's been a Monty on the other side. However, for my own playstyle, I feel very disconnected from it because I'm slow. Yeah, I move through the map very slowly. I have to be very wise about when I'm keeping the shield up, when I'm keeping it down. His gunfire, is not very great. He just has the handgun, and you have to specifically aim, and most of the time you get head tapped when you do. So, at least for me, he is not the operator that I would choose, but he definitely has his place in Siege, and he has his place in almost any of the maps and almost any of the different game modes that there are. So, it really just boils down to your playstyle and what you really feel like when you're picking operators. So if something like this is definitely interesting to you, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I've seen and have had him on my team before, and we have won because we had a Montagne. So I don't want to smash on him too much. However, just for me personally, he is not my favorite. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.